Lord Vena has been spoken. Now let us see the 10th incarnation, that is Rishabh. Nabhe rasa vrishabha asa sude visuno yo vai chachara samadruk jada yoga charyam yat paramamsya mrishaya yat paramas mahamsyam mrishaya padamamananti swasta prashantakarana parimutta sangaha नाभे रसा वृषभ आस सुदे विसूनो यो वै चचार समदृक् जडयोगचर्यां यत्पारमहंस्यं ऋषय पदमामनन्ति स्वस्थ प्रशान्तकरण परिमुक्त संगः Nabhi, Raja, Asav, the personality of Godhead, he appeared as Rishabdev. Asa became Sudevi, Sunu, Sudevi, the wife of Nabhi, Shunu, the son of Yaha, who, Vai, certainly, Chachara, performed, Samadhu, equibalanced, Jada, material, Yogacharya, performance of yoga, yet which Parama Hamsyam, the highest stage of perfection, Rushaya, the learned sages, Padam, situation, Amananti, you accept, Swastaha, self-imposed, Prashant, suspended, Karanaha, the material senses, Parimukta, perfectly liberated, Sangha, material contamination. So now Lord appeared as the son of King Nabhi. His wife's name is Sudevi, that is Lord's mother's name is Sudevi here now. He is known as Rishabdev. And he appeared to perform yoga, yogacharyam. Why the yoga is performed? To balance the mind. This stage is also accepted as the highest situation of liberation, wherein one is situated in oneself and is completely satisfied. So he is done with all the material contamination. So he has suspended, the yoga system suspends the material senses. In this way, he is perfectly liberated. So Paramahamsyam means Hamsa Purusha, who are just interested in perfection. So such situation is taught by Rishabh. Sometimes you think Jainism is started by Rishabdev. No. Rishabdev taught Vaishnavism. There was a disciple of Rishabdev. There was a follower of Rishabdev who deviated the principles of Rishabdev. And in this way, there was a atheistic religion which was started by the follower of Rishabdev. There's an atheistic. Jainism is an atheistic principle. But Rishabdev did not teach atheistic because Rishabdev himself is Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is appeared. It is said Rishabdev used to go naked, and when he used to pass stool, it used to smell like a fragrant flower. Now the followers of the Rishabdev, followers of that follower of the Rishabdev, they also go nude. And when they pass stool, they are making everywhere dirty. So for Lord, you cannot copy Lord. You can follow Anusaran, Anukrama, Anusaran. We can appreciate. But Anukaran we cannot do. What Lord did that we cannot do. So it is mystic perfections for self-realization. The process of Jala Yoga is also one accepted by authorities. So what is the meaning of Jala Yoga? Here, Jala Yoga was practiced by Rishabh. Jala means like a stone, not affected by any material reactions. Now, for a person to walk nude on the street, is it so easy? There's so many types of yoga. Hatha yoga is there, Dhyana yoga is there. But Jada yoga, be like a stone. Let people throw stones on you. Let people tell anything about you. You be immoved like stone. So this is another process of self-realization. It's not so easy. It's not so easy. People will laugh at you, people will throw stones at you, but still you are unmoved. That is known as Jada Yoga. And to attain self-realization in that, it's a perfection. So self-realization means I have nothing to do with this material world. I have everything to do with Krishna. Let anything be, let anything happen. So this yoga is not so easy. And Rishabh teaches this yoga, Jada Yoga. And in this Jada Yoga, if a person he passes, it is very easy to attain self-realization, attain Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness by Bhakti Yoga is most simplest. Krishna consciousness through Jada Yoga is very, very difficult. So Prabhupada has recommended for all of us Bhakti Yoga, which is very easy. You feel Krishna, you also eat. You also honor prasad. It's very easy. People speak something about you, you can just avoid them. That is also, actually, if you see, Jada Yoga is also there in Bhakti Yoga. In Bhakti Yoga also, you have to be like Jada only. If people speak about you, then if you show reactions, then Kali Prabha is there. If you are silent and you just concentrate in the devotional service, then it is Jada Bhakti Yoga. You can add one thing, Jada Bhakti Yoga. Okay. After a long time.
So Jad Bharat is like this only. Jad Bharat.
That is not Jada Yoga. Jada Bharat followed the same system, like a dumb person, not speak anything. But you cannot do that. When you are having some position in the temple, you have to speak. You cannot be like a Jada Bhakta. You have to set some principles. So, but internally, you should not be affected. Okay. Sanjay Prabhu, is this timing suitable for you, Sanjay Prabhu? 7 to 8. Unmute yourself.
Mataji, 7 to 8 Mataji.
Mataji, 7 to 8 doesn't suit me because I'm generally late in my office.
This time is suiting for you, 8:30 to 9:30.
8 o'clock suits me.
8 to.
Even morning 8 suits me. Morning anytime till 9 is.
Morning?
Anytime till 9 means up to 9 I am attend any classes.
That for morning it's difficult because we
Yeah.
But 8 to 9 does it suit for everyone in this?
No, Mataji. Today also I got late despite trying so hard.
Huh?
Today also I got late despite trying so hard.
7 to 8, I think it has been set properly.
Yeah.
Somehow you try to join 2 days.
Yes. But I have not missed a single class, Mataji. I have made sure that, recording I am not a single class I have missed.
Do one thing, whenever possible, you join 7 to 8.
Yes, Mataji, surely.
Please. Read the verse.
नाभिर सावृषभ आस सुदेविसूनुर यो वे चचार समदृग जड़ योग चर्याम यत पारमहंस्यम ऋषय पद्मामनंति स्वस्थ प्रशांत कर्ण परिमुक्त संघ. The Lord appeared as the son of Sudevi, the wife of King Nabhi, and was known as Rishabdev. He performed materialistic yoga to equibalance the mind. This stage is also accepted as the highest perfectional situation of liberation. wherein one is situated in oneself and is completely satisfied. Purport: out of many types of mystic performances for self-realization, the process of Jada Yoga is also one accepted by authorities. This Jada Yoga involves practicing becoming like a dumb stone and not being affected by material reactions. Just as a stone is indifferent to all kinds of attacks and re-attacks of external situations, similarly, one practices Jada Yoga by tolerating voluntary infliction of pain upon the material body. Such yogis, out of many self-infliction methods, practice plucking out the hairs on their heads without shaving and without any instrumental help. But the real purpose of such Jada Yoga practice is to get free from all material affection and to be completely situated in the self. At the last stage of his life, Emperor Rishabdev wandered like a dumb madman, unaffected by all kinds of bodily mistreatment. Seeing him like a madman, wandering naked with long hair and a long beard, less intelligent children and men in the street used to spit on him and urinate on his body. He used to lie in his own stool and never move. But the stool of his body was fragrant like the smell of fragrant flowers, and a saintly person would recognize him as a Paramhamsa, one in the highest state of human perfection. One who is not able to make his stool fragrant should not, however, imitate Emperor Rishabdev. The practice of Jada Yoga was possible for Rishabdev and others on the same level of perfection, but such an uncommon practice is impossible for an ordinary man. The real purpose of Jada Yoga, as mentioned here in this verse, is Prashanta Karana, or subduing the senses. The whole process of yoga, under whatever heading it may be, is it to control the unbridled material senses and thus prepare oneself for self-realization. In this age, specifically, this Jada Yoga cannot be of any practical value. But on the other hand, the practice of Bhakti Yoga is feasible because it is just suitable for this age. The simple method of hearing from the right source, Srimad Bhagavatam, will lead one to the highest perfectional stage of yoga. Rishabdev was the son of King Nabhi and the grandson of King Agnidra, and he was the father of King Bharat, after whose name this planet Earth was called Bharatvarsha. Rishabdev's mother was also known as Meru Devi, although her name is mentioned here as Sudevi. It is sometimes proposed that Sudevi was another wife of King Nabhi, but since King Rishabdev is mentioned elsewhere as the son of Meru Devi, it is clear that Meru Devi and Sudevi are the same person under different names. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Next. Prabhupada really writes, Bhakti Yoga is the most feasible for this age. It's not so easy to practice Jada Yoga. Hatha Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga is also not so easy. To reach the stage of Samadhi is also not so easy. Best is perform Bhakti Yoga, chant the holy name, and follow whatever the principles laid down by our acharyas. Satre mamasa bhagavan haya shira sato sakshat sa yakya purushas tapaniya varnaha chando mayo makhamayo khela devatatma vacho babur ushati shvasatosya nastaha. Satre mamasa bhagavan hayashira shato sakshat sayagya purushas tapaniya varnaha chando mayo makamayo kila devatatma vacho bhabur ushati shvasatosya nashtaha. Now about Hayagriva has been spoken. Hayagriva is a lot of knowledge. You want spiritual knowledge, then you should worship Hayagriva. Vedanta Deshikar, who is a follower of Sripad Ramanujacharya, is blessed by Hayagriva through Vahindrapuram, where Hayagriva appears and gives all the spiritual knowledge to Vedanta Deshikar. So Hayagriva is worshipped by all the acharyas. If you go to Udupi, you have the very wonderful Hayagriva sweet. How this Hayagriva sweet came? There was a great acharya. There's a great acharya. This immediately name is if you can remember, I had told many times the story. Immediately the acharya's name is not coming. From Madhva Sampradaya. So he went to Pandharpur and he stayed there for 4 months. And it so happened people came to complain that the farmer came to complain that your horse is coming in my farms and eating all the chanas. And he told, I don't have any horse and all. So, then we don't know, every day he's coming. And he contemplated, oh, it must be Hayagriva. He loves, I think, good. He loves chana. Let me make a sweet out of the chana. So he made the combination of chana dal, and gur. That is known as Hayagriva sweet. And he just stood like this. When he stood like this, the horse used to come and eat from behind. Then it so happened, the Lord blessed. Tell that farmer that next day let him see the farms. All the lentils, all the chanas became gold. Because Lord came there, naturally it will be benefited only. So in this way, Hayagriva is the Lord of knowledge, very much worshipped in Udupi Kshetra. So let us see. Satre, in the sacrificial ceremony, Mama of mine, as appeared Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Haya Shirashaha. Shirasha means head, horse-like head. Athadas Sakshat directly, Sahahi, Yagyapurushaha, the person who is pleased by performances of sacrifice, Tapaniya, golden, Varnaha, hue, Chandaha, Chandahamaya, personified with kins, Makhamaya, personified sacrifices, Akhila, all that be, Devatatma, the soul of the demigods, Vachaha, sounds, Babhuhu, become audible, Ushatihi, very pleasing to hear, Shvashataha, while breathing, Asya, his, Nastaha, to the nostrils. So Lord appeared as Hayagriva in a sacrifice performed by me. Now Brahmaji says this. Now Brahmaji is only speaking about all the incarnations, right? That is why here Brahmaji says by me. Let us see first was Vichuchuhu, who is speaking all the verses. Because Brahmaji, yes, Brahmavacha. Brahmaji is only speaking. So Brahmaji says that the sacrifice which I performed in that, Lord appeared as Hayagriva. And it is the personified sacrifices. Makhamaya. And how is the body color? It is golden. Golden hue. Tapaniya Varnaha. Tapaniya Varnaha. And then he is personification of the Vedas. Chandamaya. Chandamaya, Makhamaya. Chandamaya means personification of Vedas. Makhamaya, personification of sacrifices. And then Akhila Devatamaha. Devatatmaha. He is the soul of the demigods also. Not only living entities, he is the soul of demigods also. Then Vacha Babhuvaha Ushatihi. So when he breathes, all sweet sounds of the Vedic hymns came out of his nostrils. Shvashataha Asyaha Nashtaha. So all the sweet sound is coming just by his breath. He's not even opening the mouth. Just by his breath, all the wonderful sounds of the Vedas, Vedic hymns are heard. So about Hayagriva has been spoken. Okay, Vrindavani Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Satre mamasa Bhagavan Haya Shira Sato Sakshat Sayagya Purushas Tapaniya Varna Chandomayo makamayo akhila devtatma vacho babhur ushatiha shwasato asya nastaha. The Lord appeared as a Haigriv incarnation in a sacrifice performed by me, Brahma. He is the personified sacrifices, and the hue of his body is golden. He is the personified Vedas as well, and the super soul of all demigods. When he breathed, all the sweet sounds of the Vedic hymns came out of his nostrils. The Vedic hymns are generally meant for sacrifices performed by fruitive workers who also want to satisfy the demigods to achieve their fruitive result. But the Lord is the personified sacrifices and personified Vedic hymns. Therefore, one who is directly a devotee of the Lord is a person who has automatically both served the purposes of sacrifices and pleased the demigods. The devotees of the Lord may not perform any sacrifice or may not please the demigods as per Vedic injunctions, and still the devotees are on a higher level than the fruitive workers or the worshippers of different demigods. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah. Now Matsya, that is fish incarnation of Lord. Matsyo yuganta samaye manunopalaptaha shoni mayo nikila jiva nikaya ketaha vistram sita nurubhaye salile mukhan me adaya tatra vijahara haveda margan. Incarnation of the fish, Yugantaha, at the end of millennium. Samaye, at the time of Manuna, the would-be Vaivasvat Manu. Upalaptaha, seen. Shonimaya, up to the earthly planets. Nikhila, all. Jiva, living entities. Nikaya Ketaha, shelter for. Vishram, Sitan, emanating from Puru, great, Bhaye, out of fear. Salile, in the water. Mukhat, from the mouth. Mine, Adaya, having taken to Tatra there. Vijahara, enjoy. Her, certainly. Veda Margin, all the Vedas. What happened at the end of millennium? The would-be Vaivasvat Manu of the name Satyavrat would see that the Lord in the fish incarnation is a shelter of all kinds of living entities, up to those in the earthly planets. Because of my fear of the vast water at the end of the millennium, the Vedas come out of my mouth, and the Lord enjoys those vast water and protects the Vedas. So here it is said, every day of Brahma there are 14 Manus. And at the end of every Manu, or each Manu, there is a devastation. It's a vast devastation, in fact. And this devastation is even fearful to Brahma also. That is what Prabhupada writes. So in the beginning, that means the end, naturally in the beginning also such devastation is seen. So that is what is given here. So Lord has appeared. The would-be Vaivasvat Manu of the name Satyavrat. The would-be Vaivasvat Manu. So Vaivasvat Manu, Vivaswan gave this knowledge to his son, Vaivasvat Manu. We have this? Now which millennium is going on? Vaivasvat Manu's millennium is going on. So it is said his name is also Satyavrat. The Lord wants to show his mercy to Satyavrat. That is how, though everything was devastated, in the Matsya Avatara, Lord protects Satyavrat, keeps him on his back and floats and swims. So then the Vedas also protected by Lord. In the Matsya Avatara, Lord protects the Vedas. And Lord is actually enjoying the vast water whole, everything is devastated, means everything, there's only water, nothing is seen. In that, Lord is protecting Satyavrat. He keeps Satyavrat on the back and he just swims in that vast water and protects the Vedas given by Brahma. Even Brahma, after seeing this devastation, he is very fearful because everything is just drowned in the water. Okay. Aruna, read.
Hare Krishna, text 12. मत्स्यो युगान्तसमये मनुलोपलब्धः शोणीमयो निखलज्जीवनिकायकेतः विश्रंसितानो रुभये सलिले मुखान्मे आदाय तत्र विजहारः वेदमार्गान्. Translation: At the end of the millennium, the would-be Vaivasvata Manu of the name Satyavrata would see that the Lord in the fish incarnation is the shelter of all kinds of living entities, up to those in the earthly planets. Because of my fear of the vast water at the end of the millennium, the Vedas come out of my mouth, and Lord enjoys those vast waters and protects the Vedas. Purport: Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. During one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus, and at the end of each Manu, there is devastation up to the earthly planets, and the vast water is fearful even to Brahma. So, in the beginning of the would-be Vaivasvata Manu, such devastation would be seen by him. There would be many other incidents also, such as the killing of the famous Sankhasura. The foretelling is by the past experience of Brahmaji, who knew that in that fearful, devastating scene, the Vedas would come out of his mouth. But the Lord, in his fish incarnation, not only would save all living entities, namely the demigods, animals, men, and great sages, but would also save the Vedas. Hare Krishna.
So Lord saved the Vedas in the Matsya Avatara. And main is the next millennium, that is Vaivasvat Manu millennium, is going to start. So Lord is protecting King Satyavrata, who is going to be the Vaivasvat Manu. See, Manu is the post, and Satyavrata becomes Vaivasvat Manu, because he is the best Prajapati, one of the, you can say, Manu is the best leader. So this king got the opportunity to become the Vaivasvat Manu. Next. Shiro dadhavara, Shiro dadhavamara, Ganavayuthapanam, Unmatthanatam, Unmatnatam, Amruta, Labdhaya Adideva, Rusthena Kachapa, Vapur Vidadhara Gotram, Nitrakshanodri, Parivartaka Shana Kanduhu, Shiro Dadhav, Amara Dana Vayuthapana, Shirha, milk, Udadhav, in the ocean of Amara, the demigods, Danava, the demons, Yuthapana, the leaders of the both hosts, then Unmat Natam Amrita Labdhaya Adideva. Why were they Unmatanatam? They were churning to get Amrita, Labdhaya, for gaining the Amrita, Adideva, the primeval Lord. Then Rushtena Kachapa Vapur Vidadhara Gotram. So they were churning using the mountain, Mandara mountain. There should be some substratum. So for that Lord, he took the form of Kachapa, Vapuhu Vidadhara. He assumed that form. Gotram. Gotram refers to Mandara hills. Nidrakshano. Nidrakshanodri Parivartaka Shana Kandu. Nidrakshana, while partly sleeping, Adri Parivartaha, rolling on the hill, Shana, Kashana, scratching, Kandu, itching. Sometimes your back itches, isn't it? And somebody scratches and gives, you feel very relaxing. So now here Lord is also having that itching sensation. And when the Mandara hills, they are churning the Mandara hills on his mountain, Lord is practically relaxing, half asleep. When you're relaxed, you're half asleep. Somebody scratches your back, it's so wonderful. Nowadays, you get that something bada like pen, you can scratch your back. But that is not relaxing. That's agitating. Somebody's hand is there, it becomes very nice. Generally, grandmothers tell to grandchildren, scratch the back and give. And they like, I used to scratch my grandmother's back. She used to like very much. The children's hand, when they touch the back, it's very relaxing. So here, Lord assumed the form of tortoise. Somebody will say, why did he assume? To serve the demigods and the demons to get Amrita. Actually, to serve the demigods to get Amrita. And what is his inner motive? Inner motive is to enjoy the scratching sensation. Okay. Laksha Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Shloka 13. Shiro Dadhava Maradana Vayuthapana Unmathatam Amrutalabdya Adidevaha Prushten Kachapavapu Vidadhara Gotram Nindrakshano Adripa Parivarta Kashana Kandu. Translation: The Perimable Lord then assumed the tortoise incarnation in order to serve as a resting place pivot for the Mandara mountain, which was acting as a churning rod. The demigod and the demons were churning the ocean of milk with the Mandara mountain in order to extract nectar. The mountain moved back and forth, scratching the back of Lord Tortoise, who, while practically sleeping, was experiencing an itching sensation. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai ho. Although it is not in our experience, there is a milk ocean with this universe. Even the modern scientists accept that there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of planets hovering over our heads, and each of them has different kinds of climate conditions. Srimad Bhagavatam gives much information which may not tally with our present experience, but as far as the Indian sages are concerned, knowledge is received from the Vedic literatures, and the authorities accept without any hesitation that we should look through the pages of authentic books of knowledge, Shastras, Chakshursvat. So we cannot deny the existence of the ocean of milk as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Unless and until we have experimentally see all the planets hovering in space, since such an experiment is not possible, naturally we have to accept the statement of Srimad Bhagavatam as it is because it is so accepted by spiritual leaders like Sridhar Swami, Jiv Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, and others. The Vedic process is to follow in the footsteps of great authorities, and that is the only process for knowing that which is beyond our imagination. The Perimable Lord, being all powerful, can do whatever he likes, and therefore he is assuming the incarnation of tortoise or a fish for serving a particular purpose is not at all astonishing. Therefore, we should not have any hesitation whatsoever in the accepting the statement of the authentic scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam. The gigantic work of churning the milk ocean by the combined effort of the demigods and the demons required a gigantic resting ground or pivot. For the gigantic Mandara hill, Thus, to help the attempt of the demigod, the perennial Lord assumed the incarnation of gigantic tortoise, swimming in the ocean of milk. At the same time, the mountain scratched his backbone as he was partially sleeping and thus relieving his itching sensation. Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Next verse. Now, Narsimhadeva. त्रैपिष्टपोरुभयः स नरसिंहरूपम् कृत्वा भ्रमद्भ्रुकुटिदंष्ट्रकरालवक्त्रम् दैत्रेन्द्रम् आशु गदयाभिपतन्तमारात् दूरौ निपत्य विददार नखैः स्फुरन्तम् त्रैपिष्टप the demigods. Urubhayaha, one who vanquishes fear. Saha, he, the personality of Godhead. Narsimha Rupam, assuming the incarnation Narsimha. Kritva, doing so. Brahmat, by rolling. Bhrukuti, eyebrows. Damshraha, teeth. Karala, greatly fearful. Bhaktram, mouth. Daitya Indram, the king of the demons. Ashu, immediately. Gadaya, with club in hand. Abhipatantam, while falling down. Arat, nearby. Urav, on the thighs. Nipatya, placing on. Udadara, pierced. Nakhai, by the nails. Purantam, while challenging. So Lord assumed the form of Narsimha in order to vanquish the great fears of the demigods. He killed the demons, or the king of the demons, Hiranyakashipu, who challenged the Lord with a club in his hand by placing the demons on his thighs and piercing him with his nails, rolling his eyebrows in anger, showing his fearful teeth and mouth. So we know the whole leelas of Hiranyakashipu being killed by Narsimha Deva. So there the beautiful verse, Satyam Vidhatum Ijabhritya Bhashitam. This verse, which is spoken by Prahlad Maharaj, is the most important verse. Satyam Vidhatum Ijabhritya Bhashitam. You can put that verse in the group. Lord is Satyavrata. Lord loves to fulfill the words of the devotees. Nijabhritya. Nijabhritya means his personal servants. Lord fulfilled the words of Brahma. Lord fulfilled the words of Prahlad Maharaj. Brahma gave the word to Hiranyakashipu, whatever he demanded. The Lord fulfilled his desire. Lord fulfilled the desire of even Narada. Narada told that the child in the womb is a great devotee of Lord. He will be saved by Lord. So Lord fulfilled the words of Narada also. So in this way, when Indra was to take Kayadu, that time Narada appears. The ashram is there in Govardhan Hill, where Narada, where Prahlad Maharaj is given the knowledge in the womb of Kayadu. Narada's ashram is there. The Parikrama Marg of Govardhan Hill. Next time when you go visit that place, very important, Narad Kund. When Narad takes bath. And that is the place where Kayadu stays with Narada to learn from Narada Muni. Narada Muni gives protection like a father. So Lord protected the words of Narada, Lord protected the words of Brahma, Lord protected the words of Prahlad Maharaj. In this way, Lord Narsimha appears. Okay, and Damshtra Karalam, his fearful teeth, his fearful mouth, his fearful nails, all has been glorified. Though he is very fearful, but for a devotee he is not fearful. Sridhar Swami writes in that, Ukropya Nukrevayam Savaktanam Narakesari Kesari Sapotanam Anyesham Ugra Vikrama. The lioness is very dear to her cub, but she is very fearful to us. Though Narsimha is very fearful to the demons, but he is very pleasing to the devotees. Devotees are not afraid after seeing Narsimha. Brahmaji was afraid because of him only he had to appear like this, in this form, and that too without any parents. Who is the parent of Narsimha Deva? So that was a great desire which Narsimha had. That is why he appears as Rama. Or somebody asks, who are your parents? Pillars are my parents. And when Lord appears as Rama, again there is a great desire. Why should I have only one Patni? So Lord also has Laulyam, Lord also has desire. So in this way, Narsimha is very dear to the devotees. Okay. Arula can continue.
Hare Krishna. Text 14.
This is the last verse.
Okay, Mataji. Traipishtapurubhayaha sanarasimharupam kritva brahmadrukuti tam shrakarala-vaktram Taityendramashugadayabipatantamara Turau nipatya vidadhara surantam. Purport, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The history of Hiranyakashipu and his great devotee son Prahlad Maharaj is narrated in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hiranyakashipu became very powerful by material achievements and thought himself to be immortal by the grace of Brahmaji. Brahmaji declined to award him the benediction of immortality because he himself is not an immortal being. But Hiranyakashipu derived Brahmaji's benediction in a roundabout way, almost equal to becoming an immortal being. Hiranyakashipu was sure that he would not be killed by any man or demigod or by any kind of known weapon, nor would he die in day or night. The Lord, however, assumed the incarnation of half man and half lion, which was beyond the imagination of a materialistic demon like Hiranyakashipu, and thus keeping pace with the benediction of Brahmaji, the Lord killed him. He killed him on his lap, so that he was killed neither on land nor on water nor in the sky. The demon was pierced by Narasimha's nails, which were beyond the human weapons imaginable by Hiranyakashipu. The literal meaning of Hiranyakashipu is one who is after gold and soft bedding, the ultimate aim of all materialistic men. Such demonic men who have no relationship with God gradually become puffed up by material acquisitions and begin to challenge the authority of the Supreme Lord and torture those who are devotees of the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj happened to be the son of Hiranyakashipu, and because the boy was a great devotee, his father tortured him to the best of his ability. In this extreme situation, the Lord assumed the incarnation of Narasimha Deva, and just to finish the enemy of the demigods, the Lord killed Hiranyakashipu in a manner beyond the demon's imagination. Materialistic plans of godless demons are always frustrated by the all-powerful Lord. Hare Krishna Mataji.
So in this way, Lord's incarnation has been spoken. So about now, Gajendra Moksha and all will be given. Any doubts in this, you can ask.
Mataji, may
Yeah, yeah.
I? Mataji, in the 12th verse in the translation, it is written at the end of the millennium, the would-be Vaivasthamanu. Why is it would-be, Mataji, since we are already in the
Yeah, would be Vaivas that time. That time came. When Lord
Yes.
appeared, would be. At that time it was one Vaivasvat, the devastation of the previous Vaivasvat. This why would be. Satyavrata is going to be, no? Would be Vaivasvat.
It is before that. It's in the previous. Okay. And then, Mataji, second is when we read about the churning of the ocean and all, Then how big are the demigods, Mataji, since they are doing so much of it's a Herculean task that they are doing.
Huh? What?
Like there is reference to churning of the ocean, na Mataji, Sagar
Uh-huh.
Manthan here. So
Uh-huh.
what is the size of the demigods? They are doing such Herculean task, na Mataji. Like do they assume Janjatic form, or their form itself is like
Whatever
that?
that form at that yuga, that much height everybody will have. It all happened when in Satyuga. Churning
Yes.
of the ocean happens in Satyuga. So
Mhm.
every yuga, the person is 10 times more.
Yes.
Now, if you have now 6 feet, in Dwapar it was 60, 600, 6,000. 6,000 feet high. For that time, it was like normal. So
Mhm.
ocean size is also so big. Somebody asked me, we went to Rameshwaram.
Mhm.
Somebody had a doubt. Mataji, all these things, Gandha Madana Parvat, Hanuman standing from there and leaping and crossing the whole ocean and going to, in one leap, he jumped. Then how is it that Hanuman ka and Gandha Madana Parvat ka size, if you see now, I say it is like this. If you want to really understand, then we have the small miniature uh, design put in every temple, how our temple architecture looks. You go to Meenakshi temple, Rameshwaram temple, you have the whole model, how the whole temple is.
Mhm.
So that is miniature. So now whatever Kali Yuga for this is that there is miniature for Lord. For Lord to expand the whole thing 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. For Lord it is not difficult. If the
Of
same
course.
Kali Yuga has to become Satyuga, then it will be 1,000 times.
Then Mataji, with the progress of yugas, even the earth or the land also shrinks in size.
Yes. That is what I'm saying, the miniature form. Now, whatever we have is the miniature form. And Lord to expand the same thing, again the whole earth also will expand. Everything will expand, no? Or if a person is 6,000 feet high, for them to swallow the ocean will be very easy.
Yeah.
So the ocean also size also will increase.
Yes. And then in which ocean did that pastime take place, Mataji?
Mm-hmm.
In which ocean did that pastime take place of Manthan?
Manthan person Shirodakshai Vishnu only, no?
So there in
The
Shiv
Shira
Sagar, this
Sagar
is
only. Shira Sagar only. Nobody can go till Garbhodakshai. Nobody can go till Karanadakshay. Karanadakshay
yes,
Krishna is alone in
very
the
true.
Karana ocean. In the Garbhodakshay, again, Krishna is only removing Brahma out. So where all this Leela will happen? Leela will happen only at the level of Shiradakshay, in the Milky Ocean. That is in the Milky Ocean only it is referred to. All the pastimes or all the incarnations, they come from Shiradakshay Vishnu. That is why people say Lord is the Vishnu is the incarnator. And the people have a wrong understanding. It appears as if Lord comes from Shiradakshay Vishnu. Shiradakshay Vishnu is also incarnation of Lord only.
Yes. Nice. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Stop here. Ashwinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. Pranam.